Hello, everybody, and welcome to Freedom Friday. We missed Thankful Thursday, but we're here at Freedom Friday. I hope everybody's doing good out there. I want to talk to everybody. There is some crazy things going on. There's a lot of truth coming out. There's a lot of names that are going to come out. There's lists of them. There is Today we went to a restaurant and basically it was a dive. We ended up walking out, but there was like, I'm thinking almost 10 military, and all their shirts said K9, and they had military pants. What they're doing, I don't know. Uh, we had my husband's mother was here for a couple days, and they stayed at a hotel up the road, and there was cops from her place, her where she lives, and it's 4 hours away. There was Georgia police, there the sheriffs, these were sheriffs and there was police. There was a lot of stuff going on. I have no idea what's going on. I just heard 2 weeks, and then we are going to start to see the light of day. So it's going to be rough. I'm not kidding. Seriously, we're already starting to see things roll out. You know, people in their personal life, when they start to see the truth come out and smack them in the face. These are people that you've known forever that you thought were upstanding citizens of things. You're going to hear things that you don't want to hear, but you're gonna. We're gonna see things that we don't want to hear or see, and we're gonna. Uh, let's really be the light right now for people. That's what we need cosmic positive energy flowing out because there's a lot. They're gonna try to make us fear. They're gonna try to make us angry. They're gonna try to do all kinds of stuff. We have to stay balanced right now. This is what we've been talking about for months. Uh, Thoth has told us the Emerald Tablet, the Halls of Manetti, the Shangri-La, Shambhala, everything has been taking us here. The balance, the self. We are supposed to be service to others, not service to self. We're supposed to work on ourselves and get ourselves balanced to help others. So too many people have been getting mixed up with the money situation, and I get that people need money. I get that they have to live, but that's the 3D matrix. That is the I want. But if you look at what you have, the people in your life, the fur babies in your life, everything about that is the fabuloso of life, not the material possessions. We've got so materialized, like in this 3D matrix, that sometimes we just get caught up in that. Like, you broke my favorite china, you broke this. Well, you broke my heart. Okay, that can't be fixed, but your china can be replaced. That's the difference. So, I'm still channeling messages and I'm not going to release them yet. There's a lot of things going on right now in my world. And I'm trying to keep my world separate from this world. We have to keep that 3D matrix in balance and observe a lot of things. People need things right now that aren't on our level. Okay, that's pretty much. Now, this is a divine message because we did get a 3. Today is 4/12 of 2024, which is a 15, which is a 6. And I'm going to read the 6 out of the Soul Help Oracle. That'll get this reading started. Now, I hope you brought cards and coffee and sweet tea and whatever you want to drink and be comfy. Maybe burn some incense. I saged it already. I purified the energy. I always do. We had yesterday, that's why I wasn't on. We had a windstorm and rain last night that humbled us. When we woke up this morning, our front yard, and as we go out the door, was flooded. It was like the hurricane, and there was branches and stuff down. we've had wind all day, and then down towards um, Orlando and Tampa area, and that there was tornadoes. I think there was lots of storms. So we've got some major storms going on down here in Florida. Um, just stay safe, everybody, because we got some messages today, and we really need to listen, hear, and take heed. Number 6 reveals that uniting and attracting forces are now flowing into you. Make use of them to bring ideas and dreams to fruition. You will find courage and an unusual inner strength. Take a step forward and do not allow anything or anyone to stand in your way. You will be a conduit for the creation of the new things. This numbers energy field is all about balance and the merging of opposing energies. It brings love, health, happiness, profit, and fulfillment of dreams. Yeah, you will be a conduit for the creation of the new things. And this energy field is all about balance and the merging of opposite energies. We've got some negative energies coming towards us. And I don't want my soul family to be caught off guard. So we right now, for our family and our friends and everybody around us, we have to be strong. This is what I've been trying to get everybody ready for: the manifestation, the meditation, the balancing out, the self-love, and the self-healing. Because we are light workers. We are all meeting for this, and this is our time to shine. We are what our ancestors prayed for. That's why we awakened, and that's why a lot of us are out here. That is a perfect message to start this reading. Now, we've been playing a game, manifestation. I want everyone to practice their manifestation, even if it's small. There is things coming into our life right now. We're speaking it into existence. We're starting to manifest things in our life, and it's working out beautiful. But there's a lot of dark energies around, and mainly family and friends that are going through stuff because they didn't do what we did. They don't know anything about this. And I heard something really interesting today. And I can't remember all the names, but like Betsy Ross was only 24 years old. You know, they have these people depicted as old men, like I think it was Andrew Jackson or something. A lot of the presidents and stuff, they were all like 18 and 21 and 23. Why did they show us old pictures of them? So a lot of our founding fathers were 18, 19, 21. One of them was 33. They were all young. We have been lied to so bad that when we find out the truth, it's going to knock us for a loop. Okay, now we got some good cards. We got the 3 of Air. And the 3 of Air reminds me of the Harry Potter card. I always say that. This is education, talent, study, willingness, guides, teachers, comprehension, communication, and perception. Expand your mind. Every experience offers a lesson. Education is a lifelong process. Learning aids comprehension. Lessons repeat until we understand. Learning transforms talent into skills. Don't kill the messenger. Ignorance is nothing to be proud of. Yeah, this is really trying to tell us a lot. We have to look into some things. What we're interested in, what we're going to create, our specialty is, what advice. Write things down and look into things. Start working on yourself. Remember, I said the other day, like, P.S. I love you. After she lost her husband, she had no idea what she wanted to do. And she started getting interested in shoes, and she became a beautiful, creative designer of shoes, a shoemaker. But she designed beautiful, beautiful shoes. So it was something, and that's unusual. So think about things that are unusual that you want to do. You know, we've always been forced into like taking a job at McDonald's or Burger King or Subway or Walmart or something like that. But there was always dreams that we had that we could imagine ourselves doing. Think about those dreams. Think about what you dreamed of. It's never too late to be that, because that's what you were meant to be. The Three of Air symbolizes the importance of education and study in helping us to reach our higher potential, and reminds us that education should be thought of as a lifelong process. It's going to be a lifelong process now, because they lied to us. So they educated us with stupid stuff like Columbus discovered the Indians on an island, in America. It doesn't even make sense now that you're older and you've leveled up and you've seen life. Some of that stuff doesn't even make sense. We were so gullible. Oh boy. Life itself teaches us. Every experience can offer us a lesson. The people around us and those who come into our lives can all teach us and guide us. They can give us insight into who we are, who they are, and our relationship within society, nature, and our immediate environments. Education serves to help the individual develop an understanding of life and comprehend it. It helps to maintain a sense of freedom and purpose. It helps us to determine whether a situation is right or wrong for us, and provides us with other options. It also helps us to see that there can be the long-term ramifications, rewards, and consequences to our actions. We learn of our history. We learn of our possible future. We learn about nature and the world. We learn about ourselves as a race, and we learn about the universe in which we dwell. The knowledge we receive via an education empowers us, and the more we know, the more we can accomplish. Education helps us to use our minds and our senses to our benefits. It protects us from being fooled, manipulated, and deceived, and it also gives us the means to follow our dreams. The more we learn, the more we can comprehend, and the easier it becomes to communicate and express ourselves. But to become both learned and educated take time and willingness to commit oneself to a lengthy process of study, an evaluation of the information we have gathered. We must observe and listen, study, absorb, and then be tested to see if we comprehend what we have learned, and then observe more and listen more, study, absorb, and be tested once again. This process does not stop even when we leave the classroom. Life is our classroom, and it is by living life that our passions and talents and the opportunity to seek to increase our knowledge in a manner that can transform those passions and talents into genuine skills will be revealed. The Three of Air reminds us to move through life with the intention of learning from life, from our experiences, from the people around us, and from the world around us. To accomplish this, we can ask questions about everything and of everyone with whom we come in contact with. We can seek out our elders and those who have different customs, because one will teach us of traditions and of a history that is not discussed in books, and the other will expose us to ideas and beliefs that are different to our own. Both, in turn, can provide us with the contrast and depth that will enable us to perceive the world from multiple perspectives. Listen to their stories, allow them to teach you their trade, of their history and culture, learn from them and their lives, and you might discover they have given you the meaning to improve your own life. When we have the desire to learn and to nurture our talents, while patience will stand us in good stead, a desire for instant gratification will likely hinder us. It takes a true willingness to commit oneself to study and learning. To learn something and learn it well requires dedication, commitment, and time. Sometimes it takes a lifetime, and sometimes the lessons offered will repeat and repeat and repeat until we can perform a task as naturally and with a little thought as breathing. It is important to remember that sometimes learning cannot be rushed, and that practice will give you to ease and confidence. Repeat lessons and practice make it easier for us to understand, to comprehend. Comprehension is the ability to understand the lessons we have learned, and sometimes to do so requires both effort and willingness. In the form of time and open mind, sometimes is required learning to create certain lessons several times until we become familiar, while other times our comprehension can only be increased by exposing ourselves to new experiences, places, and the people, to the strange and the unfamiliar. The more you educate yourself, the more you know and understand, the easier it becomes to step outside of yourself and see the world and your experiences for what they truly are. In doing so, it becomes easier to find your place, purpose, or direction, to fulfill your goals, and to lead a productive life. Three of Air will appear in your cards when there is a need to expand your mind by educating yourself in order to improve and grow. We are in Earth School. We are starting to learn Mystery School, but we're not there yet. We will be taught more Mystery School, and we will, from others, learn more about Earth School. There's some things that you could never learn in a classroom. And he's got his dragon, and he's got his owl, and he's got all his papers and books here, and he's got the light coming out of that book. And you know, I never noticed it. He's got black wings. And there's writing around the circle. It's a very interesting card, but it's all about Earth School and Mystery School, knowledge that we have to learn now because it's been hidden from us. We got the Six of Pentacles, generosity. You receive a gift, which may be money or another token of love, friendship, or support. This is a feel-good money. If you're the recipient, you will feel genuinely grateful. Equally, you may be the one donating time, effort, or money, and you do this with thought and sensitivity, whether you are giving to an individual, such as a friend who is struggling, or to an organization such as a favorite charity. Receive any gift with thanks and grace, and if you are giving to others, enjoy it. Giving is its own reward. This is finance, gifts, balance, help, compassion, humility, and protection. We also need to put some protection around us. Protection around us completely, our family, our home, our friends, everything. Because there is some stuff that's going to go on in the next few weeks, and it's not going to be pretty. We are going to have a gut moment. A gut punch. I don't know how hard it's going to be on everybody, but it's going to be a gut punch. Now we got a lot of air. We got the Queen of Air. And this is a number 13, which is a 4. Weave, observant, wise, truthful, analytic, strategic, just, detachment. Time to be realistic. Be observant, plan, organize, and determine your course of action. A need for emotional detachment. Be decisive and precise. Choose your words with care. Stick to the facts. Don't allow your intellect to alienate. The Queen of Air is one who may at times seem to be cold and distant. There are also times when it is said that she lacks in empathy and compassion. This, however, is not the case. The Queen of Air is not unfeeling. Rather, she is a critical thinker, possessed of a very analytical mind. She relates to others with more ease on an intellectual level. She is very observant and detached. After years of observing others, she can see through deception to the truth. She can see how an individual's choices in the past have led them to their present, and she can see patterns of behavior that weave and influence an individual. The reason she is often said to be without compassion is because she will offer her observation irrespective of whether they are welcome or not. Tact and diplomacy are not her strength, and as a consequence, she can come across as quite stern and hard. but her observations and advice are still offered with the best of intentions. She is neither an optimist nor pessimist. She is a realist. She chooses not to allow her emotions to cloud her judgment. She thinks with her head and not her heart, and that is why she appears in your reading today. The Queen of Air represents a need to think clearly without emotion, clouding judgment and perception. Emotional detachment is necessary. It is not about being uncaring, but understanding that the moment at hand requires decisiveness and impartial objectivity. In order to achieve the outcome you desire, you will need to be rational, logical, and realistic and call upon your knowledge and learning. Think things through carefully. Call upon your knowledge and learning. Facts are all that matter. An emotional response or one born of an intuitive feeling is counterproductive at this time. If you find yourself working or interacting with someone who is very like the Queen of Air, it is best to maintain an air of impartiality. For be forthright and concise, and do not allow your emotions to get the better of you. Work to a strategy. Choose your words carefully. The Queen of Air types are easily drawn into debate and will argue their point with a ruthless efficiency and skill. They have little respect for an emotional viewpoint, emotional logic, or intuition. Stick to the facts and keep your emotions in check. She also represents a need to speak with honesty and authority and to be just and fair. Allow those around you to speak with the same freedom, even if what is offered challenges you. If you embody the qualities of the Queen of Air within yourself, don't be taken back if you are met with disagreements by someone who is of like nature. Don't take offense if others address you in the same direct manner that you employ yourself and use the same tactics that you would employ to make their point. If you want respect, you must also accord others the same respect. If you are the one to call a spade, then don't be shocked if others follow your lead and do the same. This queen is also a master weaver who creates her reality with precision and skill. She uses her knowledge and intellect to plan, organize, and to determine the best strategy required to achieve her goals and objectives. There is not much the Queen of Air does in her day that she does not consciously choose and anticipate. She is precise, meticulous, and is always in control of the loom that is her life. The web she weaves is of her own making. She might not be the most spontaneous of people, but she knows what she wants and she knows how to get it. Seek out the Queen of Air or embody her if you want the same for yourself. That's a good one. Yeah, we do need to do that. We've been talking about it. We need to create our reality. We need to be the creation in this world. And sometimes we need people to not mix words and be direct. We got the clarifier was the 9 of Wands, defense. Because I could see if somebody ran into the Queen of Air, they'd probably get defensive. Okay. This 9 sees you exerting yourself to the full, protecting your job, your property, or otherwise defending your actions. If you have made sacrifices in the past and feel that you need to justify these by staying put, however, you may need to ask yourself if you're holding on too tightly due to fear. Is this need for constant vigilance an exhausting habit rather than a free choice? Protect what is yours by all means, but free up your thinking. Create some mental space to plan for the future. This is determination, challenge, sacrifices, hard work, protection, rigidity, and fear. We have to keep our fear in check here. They want fear, and we don't need to fear. There's nothing to fear but fear itself. We create all that in our mind. Everything that we fear, we create. Remember that. It's a hard one to swallow, but it's true. And we did get the Scribe. So my advice is back up your files right now. And because this is the 12, the Scribe, and that is a 3. We got 2 3s again. We got a lot of 3s. Uh, but as you see in the scribe, look for an unbiased source. He's the record keeper, information, knowledge, tradition, history, personal history, preservation, and censorship. Boy, we've had a lot of censorship in the last, what, 4 years? Be objective and seek multiple perspectives. Visit the library or archives. Value the writing word by writing things down. Document your life journey. Make multiple copies of your digital files. And need to censor yourself. Guard your personal information. Yeah, the scribe is the record keeper and the keeper of knowledge and information about past, present, and future. He is a priestly man, although not necessarily a religious one. His religion is knowledge and wisdom, traditional myths and law, philosophy, religion, science, mathematics, and the art, history, current events. He is basically a record keeper of everything. He is like the sugar daddy of record keepers. He's got a record that is like the Akashic records. And my advice to all of us is back up our files. When we get him, I always say back up our files. Write things down. We need to keep a journal, keep a dream journal. It will help you map out what you want to do because you are all part of your dreams. You are, when you're writing your story, you can't write a wrong story. It's your story. You may spell it wrong, but you can't write a wrong story. So start writing your story. And with the scribe, we got judgment. And we got judgment the other day, and this is self-reflection. We have been getting self-reflection for a long time, and we should have been self-reflecting a long time ago. We should be working on ourselves. And if we're not working on ourselves and we're still working on the neighbors or the guy up the road or the mailman or your family, stop it. You can't work on them. Love them, be around them, make them feel like you care, but let them work on themselves. I mean, you could give them hint, meditation. Meditation is very, very important. That was the first thing that I started doing was meditating. And the hardest thing is to clear your mind to zero. You got to go to zero and let the messages come in, not have them floating around in your mind from the 3D world. These messages are going to be from source, ancestors, spirit guides, whatever they may be, but they will be the right answers, the gut feeling, not the thoughts in our head of doing the dishes and what did I do today? And I got to do this tomorrow, and all the thoughts going through your head. Sometimes they're not that important. It's time to revisit the past to take stock before you move on. You may muse on happy memories, discover that there's unfinished business. So you may find yourself being in touch with someone from the past or revisiting an old situation to find answers. At this time, you'll also be judging yourself on your past actions. Did you do the right thing? An additional meaning of this card is spiritual connection, linking with those in spirit, guides, angels, and loved ones. If you feel you need to give a person a second chance or return to an old situation, now is the time to decide. If you're reassessing the past in other ways, don't be too hard on yourself. This is contemplation, self-judgment, reviews, second chances, guilt, spirituality, and memories. This is a dark night of the soul. This is writing things down, looking at them deep and releasing them and going through the dark night of the soul. That's your judgment. You're judging yourself. Nobody else is judging you. And when people tell you something, it's their opinion, and they're allowed to have their opinion, but you don't have to take it seriously. We all think that somebody says something and they're the know-all, be-all. They don't know nothing. They don't know nothing about you. You're you. You only know about you. You only know about your deepest, darkest secrets. And you know what? It's not everybody's business but your own. If you want to tell them, tell them. If you don't want to tell them, don't tell them. Now, we did get the Four of Earth, and we got it reversed. This is a slow and steady process. This is one step at a time, fear and doubt, slow forward momentum. Do not falter. Rest and recharge, a good outcome ahead. Do not make hasty decisions and watch for careless errors. We have to work on patience. Patience is a really hard thing for everybody. I don't have patience. My husband does not have patience. I know a lot of people that don't have patience. And then I see other people that have the patience of a saint. And I'm thinking, what's their secret? But everybody's different. This is interesting. This is the desire to rush, 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 rush. Do not allow the desire to be free to move on to new ventures, to result in careless errors, or prevent you from completing a task or resolving an issue that you have before you. You might find yourself free of boredom and impatient, only if you feel the weightier burden of guilt and regret. Whether it be a matter that affects home and hearth, or one that affects your career, do not allow impatience and frustration to cloud your judgment and lead to hasty decisions. The shadow four of earth cautions you against embracing a belief that greener pastures are waiting if you choose to walk away. In this circumstances, they are not. Think about it. Not everything you see is green pastures. You see these people on Facebook or you see them, they hide a lot. You have no idea. You see them cheering with a drink, but really you don't know that some people are sick and they don't go anywhere. So there's a lot of things out there where you think people are out on vacation and they're doing this and and it might not be the story you think it is. So let's not judge a book by its cover with that scenario. We got the Ace of Pentacles, and we have been getting the Ace of Pentacles a lot. And this is prosperity. I mean, we are going into the prosperity. We are going into the healing frequencies. I'm manifesting the healing for everyone. I've seen it in my dreams 2 years ago, and we are going to get it. We just got to be patient. Money is coming. You receive a reward, gift, or you see an opportunity to generate more income through new work or personal projects. In relationship, this 8 shows stability. An additional meaning of this card is moving to a new home or using money wisely to invest in a property. Overall, the Ace of Pentacles reveals a happy, stable, successful time. Maximize your good fortune and make your money work for you. You deserve it. It's time to make a wise financial decision. Yeah, we got to watch our finances right now. Don't do anything hasty. Now we got the Seven of Earth, and we know what this is. I mean, they've literally got flames coming out. They've got purple. They've got the gateway. They've got the apples. They've got every chakra, and they are totally grounded to the point where the snake is even got energy around the heart space. So it must be his pet snake. So get out into nature, let Gaia heal you, connect between self and the world. All is connected and has influences. Address the stress, meditate, and still your mind. Put down the tech toys, time to physically interact and connect. The Seven of Earth symbolizes a need to both nurture and maintain a connection between spirit, self, and the world around you, grounded, integrate, and connect. Right now, Gaia has got some energy going through, and we should be connecting. To feel and embrace this connection does not require any belief in the divine, but a simple awareness that all is connected on an energetic level. At this time, look out into the world to see, feel, and understand the cycles of life and nature and how they affect and influence you. Over time, life and day-to-day demands may begin to wear away at us, making us irritable and reactive, less adaptable and flexible, more fearful of the change going on within us and around us. All of these things can make us feel alone and disconnected. The Seven of Earth symbolizes the importance of connection and being part of the natural world, but also the need to address areas of potential stress in your life before they become a problem. It is time to meditate and still your mind. Make a habit of taking time to sit and meditate in nature and allow all the stress to flow out of you and into the earth. Breathe deeply and allow yourself to relax and become one with Gaia and Great Spirit. Reconnect. You do not have to believe, just allow yourself to be still, at peace, and free of impurities and worries that cloud your senses and good judgment. Yeah, that's a beautiful card. That was the last one of the Dreams of Gaia, but we did get some more cards. Now, we got the King of, this is interesting. This is really interesting. We got the King of Wands as a clarifier. The King is an action man, which makes him an engaging companion and an inspiring leader. Self-motivated, he is entrepreneurial, dynamic, and open-minded. You will know that he is thinking as his feelings always show. Travel may be important to him, and he is connected to many people with backgrounds different from his own. As the U card in a reading, the King indicates that you should expect to find practical solutions to problems and also to see your network of friends and professional contacts grow. Explore your passion and look to unconventional people and new places. This is energetic, creative, power, wisdom, passion, freedom, and openness. Now, that's the King of Wands. The next one that came out was the King of Ocean. And this is a 4, and this is order. The father figure of the tarot, the King of Ocean, is the partner card of the 3, the Queen of Ocean. Page 17. It's a cute card. He represents the traditional values of the mature man: order, authority, and protection. His regal throne carved from rock shows he is steadfast in his purpose and will hold fast to his territory. If opposites, he does not take the easy option. He rules wisely and protects those he cares for. The crystal scepter in his left hand symbolizes his power. The King of Ocean is a symbol of order. So if chaos has ruled recently, know that order and balance will soon be restored. If any boundaries have been crossed, you will be able to reassert your territory. And for this reason, he reveals an end to disputes. At home, you'll soon be getting more organized, and at work, good leadership and management reign. As a person, the King is the ideal partner, or he stands for a father or father figure. It's time to get your work, finances, or home in order and take control to protect your assets. You have the power. And we got the King of Wands, we got the King of Ocean, and we got the King of Cups. We got 3 kings in a row. This king has integrity, honor, and sensitivity, and is devoted to his friends, his family, and his career. When he makes a commitment, he is loyal for life. He may be distant at times since he feels everything deeply, but may not show it. As the U card in a reading, this king indicates that you should balance empathy with others with fairness to yourself. He also represents the ideal male partner. Follow your emotions, but don't feel you have to explain your feelings. Trust that you are right. This is fairness, empathy, sensitivity, loyalty, maturity, commitment, and honor. 3 kings in a row. That was pretty good. That was interesting. So now, the practical magic. Okay, let's see what we got here. The other day when we had got all those 10s, I don't know why I didn't even think about it. I think I was frazzled that night thinking of Survivor. It was the 10th that I called those cards out. We got all those 10s. That was interesting. Oh, I'm telling you, I just need one day, maybe Freedom Friday. Maybe Freedom Friday, I'll be able to relax a little bit. Lay out. Oh no, I've got to do laundry. Okay, that was a happy, dreamy thought. Now we got Inner Wisdom, Stardust Soul. We've got 3 owls tonight. Wow. Owls are wisdom leveling up. Look at the energy of the moon around her. And she literally has like energy coming out of her hands. That's an awesome card. Connect with your inner priestess or priest to reveal your heart's truth and the understanding and awareness that is already part of you. Within every person, there are all the emotions they've ever felt, all the lessons they've learned, and a well of knowledge born of experience and interaction. Yet it's easy to overlook, discard, and doubt. Yeah, doubt is, we all get that doubt feeling. And to give more weight to other people's opinions and what they think is best for you. Instead, quiet your mind and listen for the small voice inside and give it the space and attention to grow and blossom. There is a stillness and strength within that you can access, but you need to make the effort to reconnect with it and value it, to activate this knowing and discover your deepest truths. Fortunately, this wisdom and intuition is like a muscle. The more you use it and the more you acknowledge your inner guidance, the stronger you will be emotionally and the more able to access this information every time you need it. This card indicates that you already know the answer to your question. You just have to look inside, get in touch with your inner truths, and start to trust your knowing. In this situation, you can take a break from mentors, courses, and other experts. Your own intuition is developing, and so much of what you need to understand about the solution is already within you. This is not to disparage outside wisdom or discourage you from obtaining and working with it. External guidance is absolutely vital, and there are many situations where seeking an outside voice or working with a teacher, coach, or professional is powerful and life affirming. It can break you out of your rut and inspire learning and growth. But there is also great strength in cultivating and relying on yourself and your own knowing. And in the situation at hand, you will benefit from looking from the solution within. Connecting with your inner priestess and priest involves self-reflection, introspection, emotional honesty, and deep courage as you explore yourself. Secrets and will be stripped bare, emerging from the shadows to be ready to face them and integrate them. Let go of what no longer serves you: guilt, shame, doubt, other people's opinions of you, old belief systems, and embrace your fearlessness. Step into your full power. The answer you seek is within you. So connect with your inner wisdom and it will be revealed. Floating up from the ocean of knowledge, that is your brain, and experiencing and emerging from the swirl of insight that is your heart and emotions. That is a beautiful card. I love that. Okay, now we got the Soul Helper Oracle. And we got a number 14, which is a 5. A difficult path is being revealed. Ask for help and learn that we are all connected. This is a beautiful card. But as you see, her and her horse are running. Life and your soul path have their secrets. The path can be challenging, and it is at these times that both the fool and the wise person learn that there is no such thing as autonomy. We are determined by all that exists. Everything is fundamentally interconnected, all influences all. The divine source wishes to teach us about this connectedness. And we learn best along the parts of our soul path that are rocky, unsafe, or even scary. We will discover allies who will touch us deeply with their empathy and willingness to help. And we will become sympathizers, lovers, and helpers, and from time to time, even heroes and heroines. Your path is difficult at the moment, but this is an opportunity for you to forge links with others in order to grow beyond yourself. to help each other and to take it in turns to be supportive and to be supported. Consciously seek out allies and fellow travelers in the outside world. Be brave and ask for help. Recognize that you are not alone, that you have friends and helpers in all worlds, in all times, and in all dimensions. Call upon them and accept their powers and their good advice. In particular, seek out the aid of helpers recommended and do so immediately. They will give you everything you need right now, including protection. Work particularly intensively with the recommended number to achieve this. Your helpers for the next 21 days, the power animals, the wolf, the herbal essence is orange, the healing crystal is solidite, and the number is 5. Number 5 tells you that you have a deep connection with the divine source and that nothing can prevent wisdom from finding its way to you. Your current priorities are fidelity, reliability, and loyalty. Focus on them and concentrate on healing them in both the world outside and your inner world. Number 5 brings protection, giving you the freedom to act more boldly. Its energy field is centering, bringing the strength that always recognizes and recreates itself at the end of a soul path, along with meditation, belief, and insight. That is a good message for us. I'm feeling that some people are trying to go through the dark night of the soul. The dark night of the soul, you could go through it for a long time or a little time. It all depends. It's your journey. Some people go through it quick. Some people take forever. It could be years and years and years. But that is a very important thing to go through, is the dark night of the soul. Once you start the meditation process and getting the meditation down to zero out, go into zero, negative. And we also got 2 zeros, which I feel should be zeroed out. Everything's zeroed out. So whatever that meant is, I don't know. I'm still getting so much that I don't even want to, it's hard to explain. Messenger Oracle. This is a great book, or great cards. Love Without Condition. And this is a beautiful card. It's a fairy sitting by a creek. And I remember at one point in a dream that I had a friend with me. We were both sitting by a creek, drinking beautiful energy water, pure of life. Do you often find it easier to give advice to others whilst hiding from the truth that the advice you give is advice that you yourself neglect to follow? Do you find it easier to nurture others and show them kindness and compassion? It is time to be kind and gentle with yourself, to love you, strengths and weaknesses, without reservation or conditions. Nurture yourself, be kind to yourself, for you are deserving of the same unconditional care and love that you give to others. Boy, I gotta remember that for me. The wolf was our animal spirit. We got the wolf. Seek the lessons. Wisdom is born from seeking the lessons in all experiences, both the good and the bad. It is born from the awareness that everything is connected and that all happens for a reason, even when the reason remains a mystery. Embrace a new idea, new awareness, and the new knowledge that comes from listening to your internal voice. And to the human and non-human teachers and messengers who will come in and out of your life, let them inspire you to explore unknown paths. That is interesting, especially how it was our spirit guide, the animal of the wolf. Now, we also got this one, and I love this one because I've been telling everybody to do this. You were born to create. And the dragon, the egg is hatching with the light coming out. You are blessed with the ability to create with thought, intention, action, and emotion. Be conscious of your power and aware of your actions and reactions create within and around you. Cherish this gift and use it in both a wise and productive manner. Create beauty and inspire a desire within others to do the same. Create a future that both fulfills and delights. Do what you need. Do what you were born to do. Yeah, that's really cool. Okay, now angels and ancestors. We only got one card with this one, and this is Protection Guardian. Drop your shields. Drop any shields of shame, resistance, and fear that are standing between you and your chances of enjoyment and fun. Know that you don't need to hide who you are or the gifts that you have. You were born to shine. Love that. Yeah, we were born to shine. I've been in the rain all day too, by the way. I did put makeup on, but my hair, I've been running around in the rain. We've had rain all day today. Walking around in the water. I thought about getting a boogie board and boogie boarding through my yard because it was like a little lake. But then I thought maybe I'd slip and fall and think about, I was looking for a boogie board. I thought it would have been fun. I'm not worried about slipping and falling. Falling in the water, what's that? The Protection Guardian is a feminine version of the Archangel Michael. She is a fierce, protective, yet loving warrior angel who carries an indestructible shield of power and protection and will come to all who call on her. She will help you drop your fear-based shields and move into a loving, protective force field that will keep you safe but will allow your gifts to shine out. Although she is here to guard you from lower energies, she is completely relaxed, serene, and confident because she trusts that love will always prevail. You may have encountered shame or embarrassment in your past, but that is not your present. Angels are drawing close at this time to help you move beyond the limit, any limiting thoughts, emotions, and patterns that may be making you feel unsafe. Know that angelic protection is swirling around you at this moment and will help you move forward in a more fearless way. Call on your angel guides for help in changing your frequency so that you can feel safe and protected. At this time, you are stronger than you think, and your angels and ancestor guides are here to help you and realize this now. Yeah, they've been around us a lot lately. A lot. I've been feeling them. I'm sure you have. Okay, we have the gateway of light activation. We got memories of Atlantis, spiritual acceleration, progress, and technology, the healing beds, the healing technology, the healing frequency. I don't know if there'll be beds per se, maybe for limbs and stuff, uh, for blind people, maybe the hearing. I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work. But I know there'll be healing frequencies and yeah. My mood ring is green. Green for the Emerald Tablet. Legend has it that Atlantis was an advanced civilization that existed thousands of years ago in the center of the Atlantic Ocean. Its people were highly evolved and had many spiritual gifts. They were telepathic, extremely psychic, and known for their ability to combine the laws of science and spirituality to develop technology and create heaven on earth. But somewhere along the way, many of them stopped respecting their gifts and spiritual connections. Their disrespect of the earth and ocean caused a great cataclysmic and brought their civilization to an end. The Atlanteans, who had continued to live with spiritual integrity, had an awareness of what was to come and were able to achieve full ascension and move beyond the physical realm to that of light. They are now a congregation of evolved souls who, like angels and masters, work with those upon planet Earth who are following the ascension path in alignment with devotion and love. If this card comes up for you and has a strong energy or similar familiar, it's a good chance that you are a former Atlantean who didn't honor your spiritual connection then and are being given an opportunity to avoid making the same mistake now. Yeah, that is a very important card. We don't want to make mistakes again. You are being transported through a gateway to connect with ancient Atlantis. Know that by drawing this card today, you are receiving blessings from the Atlantean Council of Light, who are dedicated to the evolution of the soul. You are becoming aware of your gifts, and this is an exciting time, but also a time when the energies of your ego can become loud and obnoxious. Know that this gateway is appearing to remind you to stay aligned with the highest good and rooted in the energies of devotion. Then there can be a great coming together of the human and spiritual, and you can live in a more evolved way. Yeah, that's a really good message. Heaven on earth. We got the Divine Master, and we got one of my favorite cards. We got Rumi. Mystical knowing, breaking boundaries, personal experience of God. Rumi was a 13th century Persian mystic poet. His words, poems, and songs have been highly influential the world over, transcending national borders and ethnic division and describing the direct experience of God. Rumi is now acknowledged as the world's most popular poet. What's most magical about this great man is his ability to shed light on moments that can be deeply painful. In these moments, his words and poems can bring real solace. One of his most loved phrases is, "The wound is where the light enters," for it shows that even in our darkest, most wounded moments, God will be there to lead us back to wholeness. It's time to move beyond any limitations of the early realm that have been placed or forced upon you. It is time to break free of the constraints of family, politics, religion, and anything else that has been telling you who you are or how you need to be. Your connection to the divine must come from personal experiences. Trust that you believe and trust what you know. For this, the only way to move forward. This isn't saying you should disrespect or throw away that what may be in place around you, but see if there's a way for you to automatically express who you are without causing offense. Rumi's light is with you to help you move beyond the limitations of society or family traditions. Simply remain centered in your heart and let your personal experience of the divine lead the way. It isn't inauthentic to speak to others in their language or through their wording in order to get your point across. What's important is what you feel within and the deep knowing that no matter who you are or where you are loved by the power that created you. Yeah, I love Rumi. That is a great message for all of us. Now we got the Human Spirit Oracle, the last one. This is a 19, which is a 22. Actually, it isn't a 20. It's 9 and 1. It's a 10. So we get the butterfly effect. What you do today can linger into your tomorrows and perhaps someone else's tomorrows as well. It is like when someone says something negative to you and you carry it through your day and then pass that ick onto someone else. This is why it is important to think before you act. Remember, every action has an equal and opposite reaction. Let's do a quick analogy. Someone far away wakes up in the morning and steps on a tack. That puts them in a bloody foul mood. So maybe they get rude with their spouse or partner, setting the tone for the rest of their day. Their partner then goes out into the world to work. They now ruffle those wings, spreading that same poo-poo attitude onto a fellow coworker. That coworker did nothing wrong and has been making a product that is important to something of safety that will be sold all over the world. But instead of quality control, They are blindly doing the job while venting to a coworker. This gizmo then gets packed and shipped with all the other gizmos somewhere halfway across the world. Someone buys it and uses it for, well, you see where it's going. It goes and continues to go. Long story short, too late. Ha ha ha. Are you spreading poop? Ah, that's unfortunate because those poop-filled wings just splattered onto someone else's day. Stop and consider the consequences of your actions. Yeah, don't poop on someone's parade. That's a great one. I agree completely. That is a reaction when you do something and get somebody else going. Now, I forgot to say, I'm doing a drawing the end of this month. Put in the comments your first name, your month you were born, and the day you were born. That way, if there's two Larrys, I know which Larry you are. And get entered into you only have to put it in once. Get entered into the drawing of the free reading for next month. So I'll draw a name at the end of the month, or my husband will, and we'll pick out a name and I'll announce it. So that's where we are. Well, I love everybody, and may every step in your journey be magical. And you know what? Just be you.